I was going to ask who. Chris, you've been over there smiling the whole time. I haven't asked you anything. I'm sorry.
30.
So Chris is our anti-financial advisor. And I'm curious, what is the majority of your clients? I know they've been calling you with questions and comments. What is the majority of the subjects of those questions that you've been asked recently?
Yeah, with most of my active clients, most of them has been thank you, right? Because we've been very cash flow focused, providing passive income, things like that. And I had one client who was in California that said, Chris, man, I am so glad I'm not in the market right now because I just pulled out last fall, saved me $250,000 of losses, right? But I'll tell you the other side, the people that didn't hire me, even some from last fall, the same ones are saying, I just lost a couple 100,000 and I hope it comes back. One of them was supposed to retire next year. And now it's saying, well, maybe I should work another 5 years, right? It's a fun time right now, depending on what perspective you have. It's definitely new in so many different ways, but I think the fundamentals are still the same. Biggest advice I've been giving my clients, even leading up to this, was get lean, get liquid, and get out, right? Obviously get lean in the sense of, like we've already heard before, right? Like make sure that we're trimming the fat, that we're kind of eliminating unnecessary expenses, like really putting our focus on how do we be as profitable as possible. Even if this is your own personal cash flow, how do we make sure you have enough cash to buffer? That leads into the get liquid. How do we make sure we have savings and money available? I've had people go, and I even told my clients a couple of weeks ago, I did a group call and I said, guys, everybody hit the bank, make sure you have a HELOC in place, get up to at least 80 or 90%, and then cash it out. And then as an extra measure of protection, move it to another bank, right? Just in case, because we never know what banks can do. Because if I learned anything from the last recession, what happened there is that banks cut limits like crazy. Once things got tight, and we're already seeing it in the commercial space, it will happen in the residential space here pretty soon, is that if we don't get that money out, it's going to be trapped in there. And there's some people who have been gambling and been, banking with their HELOCs, cashing out, investing, and then using all their cash flow to put it back under HELOCs. Well, if they cut back those limits, all that money, all that cash flow you had earned is going to be trapped inside your home equity. And now you're going to be illiquid, and that's going to put you in a world of hurt. So that's what I mean by that is like, get lean, get liquid, and then get out. I can't legally tell anybody to sell off their stocks or mutual funds or whatnot, but man, like I remember when it was down 5%, I was saying, are you sure you want to be in this? And people are like, well, I don't know. I don't want to lose 5%. Now the market, even with a little recovery, is still down about 25%, and so at what point, psychologically people don't pull their money out, right? They just stay in there and ride it no matter how long it takes. Now, the question is, can I get my money out? And like what you guys just said, be patient, look for opportunity. Personally, I'm still buying properties. I know I even just been emailing Glenn, looking at some of his properties to buy for cash flow right now, while keeping other money liquid and available for later, about a 50-50 split. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. And that's kind of what's happening. Again, my clients are feeling pretty good because they have cash flow coming in. But for those that don't, the time to act is now.
Well, one of the benefits of the insurance program that you're always touting, the cash value life policy, is that you could here's a great strategy. You go ahead and get that HELOC or line of credit. You go ahead and get the cash. You don't have to worry about putting it in another bank. You can actually put it in a cash value life insurance policy, which will probably pay you more than what it's costing you on the interest rate you're paying on the HELOC, right?
Right. Exactly. You guys mentioned dry powder. I mean,
and that part of it is tax-free too.
That's right. It's tax-free. It's kind of like a supercharged savings account / Roth IRA in a sense, right? Where it's tax-free, get better returns definitely better returns than savings right now that the rates have tanked completely. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely great options to be able to store cash, keep it safe. And another thing too, in most states, you can keep your money safe from creditors and lawsuits. So as we get on the other side of this, are people going to start getting sue happy? Are people going to try to get money from any place they can, because there's no doubt we're moving into a very deep recession as a result of this, if not a depression, just depending on how this all plays out. So protecting your money, staying liquid, make sure it's there, but still earning money on it too is, I think, absolutely essential right now.
Yeah. And if you're worried about it not being liquid in the insurance policy, you can easily borrow against that while the balance is still earning, and you can use that money to find those deals that have cash flow when those opportunities come up. So it's easy to get liquid in those accounts as well, and you still have that asset protection, right?
That's right. Yeah, it's all about how you design it, make it a minimal cost, maximum gains. It's definitely a big thing of it. But yeah, it's a great time right now to be able to protect what you have and then grow it too. I'm very excited for the opportunities because of the last couple recessions I've weathered, this is the best financial position I've been in. So I'm like, I got my gloves ready. I'm ready for this. Let's bring it on. We're all going to be affected in some way, but I've been preparing for the last decade for this next recession because I got hit so hard in the last one. So this one it's all new, but I still have a lot more confidence than I've had other times when we've been freaking out.
Excellent.
Yeah.